Hey, good morning, Algebra 1A class period B. How you guys doing? Hope everybody is healthy and safe. Here's our video lesson for today. So what do we got? Wednesday, March 18th. We'll have a Zoom conference on Friday. Hopefully you can all get into that. I'll be sending you an email that allows you to join the meeting. So slightly before 8:45 on Friday, you'll get an email from me with a link to click on, and you'll join the Zoom meeting. That will be fun. That'll give you a chance to ask questions about the homework assignments and so on. And today's homework is this Factor by GCF worksheet. It's posted on the Google Classroom. It's problems 1 through 20. I'm going to teach you how to do that now. And the good thing is page 2 shows all the answers. Okay, so hopefully you did the homework assignment yesterday on distributing. Let's review that real quickly. So here's distributing a monomial times a polynomial. And we distribute like this. It's just multiplying coefficients. 3 times 4 is 12. Add the exponents. 2 plus 3 is 5. Multiply coefficients, negative 18. Remember that's a 1, so it's x to the third plus 3x squared. Okay, so you guys are really good at that. Now, factoring is kind of a reverse process of multiplying. Factoring a number means to break it down into smaller numbers that multiply together to give you that number. For example, 24 can be factored into 1 times 24, or 2 times 12, or 3 times 8, or 4 times 6. All those combinations multiply to 24. Sometimes we'll say break it down into its prime factors. So 24 will equal, let's see, 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Those are all prime numbers. And 2, 4, 8, 24. So that's factoring. You're probably already familiar with that. We're going to factor these polynomial expressions. Now, this is weird giving you a lesson without hearing your voices. So maybe during this, Santi's singing Christmas Tree, or Nina's talking to Santi, or Danny saying something, or Nate wants to go to the board. I appreciate all that. I miss all that fun stuff. But here we go. Factor by greatest common factor, also known as GCF. GCF, greatest common factor. So here's an expression. We're looking for the GCF, or the greatest common factor, for 8x plus 4. So if you look at these coefficients, we ask the greatest common factor is what's the biggest number that divides into both 8 and 4? Well, you say 2 goes into 8, 2 goes into 4. That's true. So 2 is a common factor, but it's not the greatest or the biggest common factor. The biggest that goes into both is 4. So we're going to do what we call factor out of 4. And then we divide. 8x divided by 4 is 2x. And plus 4 divided by 4 is plus 1. So that's our answer. We have just factored that expression by the GCF method. Remember, you can pause this and rewind to go through this again. Here's another example. How about this one? Look at those coefficients, 12 and 16 and 32. What's the biggest number that goes into each of those? Again, 2 goes into each. 4 goes in. Is there bigger? Does 8 go in? Well, 8 goes in at 32 and 16, but 8 doesn't go in at 12. So I guess 4 is the largest. So we'll take out a 4. then parentheses, and now we divide. 12 divided by 4 is 3. We still have m to the third. Oh, low battery. I'll keep going. Negative 16 divided by 4 is negative 4, and we still have a. And 32 divided by 4 is 8. That's our answer. We have factored. Now, factor is the reverse process of multiplication. Because look, if I distribute now, I get 12m to the third minus 16a plus 32. So factoring is the reverse of the multiplying that you already know. Let's do another one. So a common factor for 10 and 5 is 5, but also, they also have common x's. X cubed is x times x times x, and x squared is x times x. We want to factor out or pull out how many x's they have in common. Well, this has 3, this has 2, so the most they have in common is 2. I can pull out 2 x's or x squared. Why couldn't I pull out x to the third power? Because this guy didn't have x to the third. Well, he has x squared. So I guess you might say you pull out the lowest of the two exponents. Out of 2 and 3, the lowest is 2, so pull out x2. Then we divide. 10 divided by 5 is 2. X to the third divided by x squared. When we divide, we subtract exponents, so we get x to 1. And then 5 divided by 5 is plus 1. X squared divided by x squared, we subtract exponents, we get x to the 0, no x's at all. So again, that's our answer. Okay, so this is how you do the homework problems. I'm looking at my computer where the homework worksheet is displayed. It's the same type of stuff. So let's do another one. How about let's think. I look at 18, 9, and 3. Common factor is 3. 3 goes into all of them. No, here's why. Because 18 is 2 times 3 times 3. 9 is 3 times 3. And 3 is just 3. What do they all have in common? Well, they don't have a 2 in common. Because this guy and this guy don't even have a 2. How many 3's do they have in common? Well, that is 2. That is 2. That only has 1. So the most they have in common is 1. You take out the smallest number of them. So it's just 1 3. Same with m's. You take out the smallest exponent, so it's just m to the 1. Then we divide. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Subtract exponents. 4 minus 1 is 3. Divide and you get negative 3. Subtract exponents. 3 minus 1 is 2. And then negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1. M to 1 divided by n to 1. It's m to 0. They cancel. That's it. All right, so hope you have pencil and paper, because I'm going to put one up here, and I'm going to give you a minute to do this one yourself. All right, try that one. Let's see how you did. The biggest number that goes into 24, 16, and 8 is what? Not 2, not 4, but actually 8. Now, how many x's can you take out? There's 6, there's 4, there's 5. What do they have in common? Well, it's the smallest number of x's, so it's x to the 4th. X to the 4th. Parentheses, and then we divide. 24 divided by 8 is 3. Subtract exponents. 6 minus 4 is 2. Negative 16 divided by 8 is negative 2. Subtract exponents, we get x to 0, no x's. Then 8 divided by 8 is plus 1. X to 5th, x to 4th, subtract and get x to 1. Don't need to write those ones, but it's okay. And notice, if you distribute this back through, 8 times 3 is 24. Add the exponents, x to 6th. negative 16 x to the fourth, and then plus 8x to the fifth. It checks with that. Okay, so that's our lesson. I think you guys got it. Not too difficult. So give it a try, and tomorrow there'll be another lesson, and then on Friday we will Zoom. If you haven't sent me pictures of that test yet, you got to do that. Otherwise, you're going to get a late penalty. Okay? All right, kids, good luck. Stay safe. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.